How we doing, everybody? This is KG with Crypto Revolution for day 2 of me recording my nice adventure in my crypto revolution. Alright, so today we're gonna pretty much piggyback off what we were talking about yesterday. Yesterday we were talking about market caps of banks and how they were usurped by the cryptocurrency market last year and the all-time highs. Sorry about that. But now we're going to deep dive into it so I can show you guys what is really what. So JP Morgan is the United States' largest bank by market cap, as you guys know. JP Morgan has a market cap of $379 billion. Yesterday we quoted them at $400 billion just to keep the numbers even for math purposes, to make it a little bit easier. $379 billion. Now, that's not bad because, as you guys may know, JP Morgan was established in the year 2000, making them about, 19 years old? Yep. And with a market cap of $379 billion, that puts them earning roughly $19.94 billion a year. Average earned per year. If you divide 379 billion by 19, real simple, it gets you the total of roughly $19.94 billion. That's very impressive. JP Morgan is an American multinational investment bank and financial service holding company headquartered in New York City. JP Morgan Chase is ranked the S&P Global as the largest bank in the United States and the 6th largest bank in the world by total assets, with total assets at around 2.73 trillion US dollars. Now that is quite impressive by any standards, especially because JP Morgan was technically established in the year 2000. Even though they have roots that go in years and years and years prior to that. But not bad. Alright, so let's use next. Bank of America is next. Now, Bank of America, folks, has a total market cap of roughly $278.69 billion. Not bad. Bank of America was established in the year 1998. That makes them roughly 21 years old, and that puts them earning roughly $13.27 billion a year for the 21 years of service that they've been in. Now, that's not bad because Bank of America you see them everywhere. You literally see Bank of America ATMs anywhere and anywhere you can find. I do give them that. They do have fees like a mother. But, you know, gotta get it how you can. Alright, folks. Who can guess what the third next largest bank is in America? So that's going to be kapow! Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo's, folks. Wells Fargo's has a market cap of $214.84 billion. Not bad. They were established in the year 1852, and that makes them 167 years old, averaging about $1.28 billion average yearly earned. Now, that's not bad because 214 billion by any standards is good. It makes me wonder how JP Morgan and Bank of America would be thriving if they were to be established for 167 years old, like Wells Fargo's. Because everything goes in cycles, boom and bust. So, as you know, everything can go up and down. And I'm pretty sure that JP Morgan and Bank of America is well aware of that. But let's read about Wells Fargo's. Wells Fargo's is an American multinational service company headquartered in San Francisco, California, with central offices throughout the United States. It's the world's 4th largest bank by market cap and 4th largest U.S. bank by total assets. Now, Wells Fargo, for those who don't know, keeps getting caught up in little scams and flams where a couple months back they were pretty much busted because allegedly the higher-ups were coercing the employees on allegedly opening fake accounts for people. And out of the billions and billions of dollars that they made, they only find them a few $100 million, which really becomes the cost of doing business nowadays. However, let's move on. The next bank in our endeavor is going to be Citigroup. Citigroup Inc. has a total market cap of $156.96 billion. Citigroup was established in the year 1998, making them roughly 21 years old. That is not bad. Alright, why is that not bad? Because since they were established in 1998 and they have a market cap of $156.96 billion, that puts them earning roughly about $7.474 billion average earned per year. That is not bad. Considering that Citigroup, if I'm not mistaken, was pretty much who funded the Obama campaign. For those who don't know, Citigroup is very powerful. But let's read what Google has to say about Citigroup. Okay. Citigroup Inc. or Citi is an American multinational investment bank and financial service corporation headquartered in, of course, you guessed it, New York City. The company was formed by the merger of banking giant Citicorp and financial conglomerate Travelers Group in 1998. Travelers was subsequently spun off of the company in 2002. So that just goes to show you how mergers and acquisitions make big banks get even bigger. That is very interesting. The revenue in 2018 does show to be about $72.85 billion US dollars. So that's just a clear example that certain years you do more than others. Their market cap is $156.96 billion. So that's very interesting to see. But that is Citigroup. Now, that's not bad, and I'm going to tie this all at the end as to why we are going over all of these things. But everybody, this here is just to clearly show you guys what the difference is between different banks and credit cards that you guys own and control. It is these banks that charge you interest that range from 1%, 1.99% to 8%. Some charge you 16.9%. Some charge you 19.9%. All of that good stuff. Interest rates do get, I've seen as high as 28.99%, which is basically 29%. That is massive. Moving on. That was Citigroup, folks. And we are going in order from descending market caps. So just so you guys know, as of right now, we have JP Morgan at 379, just to recap. We have Bank of America at 278 billion. These are in billions, if I may add. Wells Fargo's is at $214 billion. We just wrapped up Citigroup at $156 billion. Next up, folks, is going to be good old American Express, also known as Amex. American Express has a total market cap of $98.77 billion, and they were established in the year 1850. They are one of the oldest financial institutions in America. In fact, they're the oldest bank to be established in the year 1850, making them 169 years old. Now, $98 billion sounds good by any standards, because especially if you don't have $98 billion. However, American Express was established in the year 1850, making them 169 years old, putting them earning an average yearly earned of about $550.3 million. Now, that also sounds good by any standards, especially if you obviously don't have $550.3 million to spare, or if you don't get that per year or ever in your lifetime. They're all good standards. But my thing is the difference between banks. American Express earns about $550 million a year, while you have Bank of America earning you roughly $13.27 billion a year. And then you have JP Morgan Chase, which earns you an average of $19.94 billion a year. So if you are an investor and you have $1 million, it's good to know these things, because it's good to know which bank is creating what productivity or what benefits with your money. Because if they can make the money for them, how can they make it for you? Exactly. American Express, folks, was the next one on the list, earning an average of $550 million a year. Very interesting how you can see how the market cap is one number, but the yearly average is a completely different number, folks. That's why it is very important to do your own research, because one number does not give you the whole story. Also look at Amex, though. They were all the way down here at 118 per share, and then they jumped all the way. Oh, they make it look big, but it's really not that big. I guess they're trying to catch up to crypto. If we zoom up here, you'll see 1.20%. That is weak. And later on in this video, I will show you why. By the way, folks, I just want to give a quick disclaimer. This is not financial nor investment advice. This is just common sense facts. It's the things that are out there, folks. This here, Google, as I like to call it, Google, they are a very powerful resource, because they give you almost everything and anything you would want if you just know how to look for it. Let's read about American Express just so that we get some knowledge on it. The American Express Company, also known as Amex, is an American multinational financial services corporation headquartered in 3 World Financial Service Center in New York City. The company was founded in 1850 and is one of the 30 components of the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Not bad. There you have it, folks. That is American Express taking the next number in our list. Next up, folks, we have none other than Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs pretty much runs the world, because they kind of run the United States in some weird way. They have ties unlike many other. Nevertheless, Goldman Sachs has a total market cap of $77.63 billion. Goldman Sachs was established in the year 1869, making them 115 years old, puts them earning an average yearly of $517.63 million. Not bad. So that goes to show you some of the younger banks that have only been around for just under 20 to 30 years seem to be doing a little bit more on their average returns. But by all means, all of these billions of dollars are all very, very, very nice to have. Let's read a little bit about Goldman Sachs. The Goldman Sachs Group, Inc. is an American multinational investment bank and financial service company headquartered in none other than New York City. It offers services in investment management, securities, asset management, prime brokerage, and securities underwriting. Every time you guys hear securities, just know somewhere tied in there is cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and XRP. And whether they make it known or not, trust me when I tell you, they are filling up their bags. Because why wouldn't they? Just to show you guys their return, they are red, of course, because why wouldn't they be? Their stocks tied to, but negative 0.60%. That is so weak. And once again, later on in this video, I will show you why. But not bad. Goldman Sachs is the next one at $77.63 billion market cap. Next up, folks, we have Morgan Stanley. Morgan Stanley likes to partner up a lot with JP Morgan. Morgan Stanley has a market cap of $73.07 billion. Morgan Stanley was established in the year 1931, making them roughly 88 years old. Not too bad. I'll take that any day of the week. If I become 88 years old and I have $73 billion, I would like to think I pretty much made it. That's almost Donald Trump's age. Nevertheless, Morgan Stanley earns an yearly average about $830 million. That is not bad. Now let's read about Morgan Stanley. They pretty much all say the same thing. Morgan Stanley is an American multinational investment bank and financial services company headquartered at Broadway in the Morgan Stanley building, Midtown Manhattan, New York City. So they get a little bit more specific, but essentially they pretty much offer the same. I was kind of trying to keep it in the America, but just for shits and giggles, let's throw in their MUFJ Financial Group. They earn an average of they have a total market cap of $71.64 billion, which is pretty fascinating because MUFJ was established in the year 2005, making them 14 years old. Guess how much they earn average per year? Even though their market cap is only 71.64, guess how much that puts them earning average per year? $5,117,142,857. Now that is quite impressive. MUFJ, for those who don't know, is a bank of Japan. MUFJ has ties to XRP by all means because SBI, which is, I believe, the third largest bank in Japan, pioneered the whole Japanese country into really like an XRP. Why wouldn't they? It settles in about 3 seconds, moves value at a fraction of the cost of any competitor, is highly secure, highly scalable, backed by an amazing group of companies really, that have all started pioneering around XRP. And then there's an amazing XRP community that's on Twitter and many other places, like Twitch and all these other places that they're starting to do. YouTube primarily, but the crypto Twitter XRP community by far is amazing. You can ask them questions and they almost always know. They are one of the smartest groups of individual, and Ripple, the company based out of San Francisco, just keeps pioneering and hiring the most amazing talent that there is on the market. And it's no wonder why people who work at Ripple keep reaching out and getting into very powerful places. And you guys will soon see, one of the Ripple executives is set to start off Binance US with BAM trading services. You know what I mean? Just little things like that. There's that amazing lawmaker that out of the United States that was working on the Token Taxonomy Act. He helped set that up. Now he works at Ripple handling government relations. That's what I'm talking about. Like Ripple is becoming the modern day Google. You know what I mean? The modern day Amazon. And it's funny because Google is an information platform and Amazon is a marketplace. XRP is going to be a one-stop shop for all of that. That's amazing. XRP, folks. XRP. Many people like Bitcoin, and don't get me wrong, I like Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is going to be a very important asset to have, much like if you have gold. Gold will hold your value, but XRP will be like the US dollars that help people commerce and do business and transact. And it's going to be amazing when financial institutions and banks and people abroad and everywhere will use XRP to move in and out of different currencies to be able to minimize those costs and fees that we have to spend every single day. Like I mentioned yesterday, if you were to send $100 to Haiti, Western Union charges you about $11+, about $11.50. It's over 11%. That's massive. MoneyGram, which by all means, God bless them, they started working with XRP. They bring down your fees to about $4.99 for up to, I believe, either $499 or $999. $4.99 fee is really, really impressive. If you guys were to move that with XRP, that would be somewhere around the vicinity of 1 penny to 10 cents for that same exact transaction. Friends and folks, that is just simply amazing. Because at the end of the day, like I mentioned yesterday, if you move in a few $100s, it's always nice to save money because, you know, the more money you save, the more money you have. But imagine if you move in millions or billions of dollars. Or if you're in the global scale market and you move in hundreds of trillions of dollars or quadrillion dollars, you know, that's amazing. Moving on though, folks, Santander is the next bank we have here. Santander is also another Ripple and XRP partner. I do just want to point that out because why not? As is American Express, FYI, throw that out there. And FYI, folks, this is not financial nor investment advice. I do just want to throw that out there. This is just me talking about research and knowledge that I come across every single day. This is the way that I think. Anybody that wants to hold or control your money, make sure you know that they know what to do with money and make sure that they know how to make money grow, because at the end of the day, that is why we loan them our money. And that is, I just want to remind you, their money until you get it back. Because if you have $1,000 in the bank and if you have a withdrawal limit of $300 and for whatever reason they decide to close the bank, you have to withdraw you have to wait for 3 different days to withdraw $300 to only have $900, not even all of your money. Folks, make sure you have an exit strategy when the next financial crisis happens. XRP will be a liquidity guru. Please, 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 don't take my word for it. Do your own research. Look into XRP. Look into Bitcoin. There are over 2,000 different types of cryptocurrencies, but I like to focus on the top 15, the top 20, and in reality, they're more like the top 12, top 10. There are some what they call stable coins, which I don't really include in my calculations because the value of a dollar will always be a dollar until the dollar crashes, which it has since 1913. It has lost about 95% of its value. Not the point here today, at least not right now. Santander, though, does have a market cap of $66.47 billion, folks. Santander was established back in 1857, making them about 162 years old. They were established in Spain. I do want to throw that out there. I mention them because they are around the United States. However, that is a South American-based bank for the most part. Yeah, they're headquartered in Spain, which is pretty cool. However, speaking numbers, which is what I like, they have a market cap of about $66.47 billion. Established in 1857, puts them at 162 years old. That's roughly about $410 million they've earned average per year. That is really, really not bad because $410 million is good by any regards. Once again, being that old, at 162 years old, it is always nice to have a larger return on your investment. However, $410 million is not that bad, folks. Next up, we have PNC. PNC has also become another recent XRP partner. Amazing things that Ripple and XRP are doing. Just wow. You really, really have to respect what they're doing. PNC Bank, though, folks, has a $62 billion market cap, which is quite amazing. PNC was established in 1845, which was 174 years ago. However, they didn't become operational until about 1852, which is a couple years later. So technically, I want to go off of the operational establishment, but I will give you both numbers. At 1852, that's 167 years old. I do want to point that out. At the time of establishment in 1845, they have a total market cap of roughly a total average earn of $356.32 million. And if you want to call them 167 years old, that means that they earned roughly an average of $371 million, which is pretty good. Once again, I'll take that. PNC, you started doing the right things. Started reaching out to Ripple, XRP. Very, very, very powerful things happening. Folks, next one on our list is going to be Capital One. Capital One has a total market cap of roughly $44.13 billion. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Is Capital One in your wallet? Not bad. Capital One was established in the year 1994, making them roughly 25 years old. That puts them averaging about $1.76 billion average earned per year. That is not bad. Especially considering that the other couple that we looked at has been in the hundreds of millions of dollars. So Capital One has been averaging more than PNC Bank, more than Santander, and definitely more than Morgan Stanley, also more than Goldman Sachs. Roughly, and granted, they've been around longer and they have slightly larger market caps. Some of them double, but averages are averages, percentages are percentages, and once again, numbers don't lie. Typically, people do. And the reason why I say that is because somebody will go ahead and argue that $1.76 billion average earned per year for 25 years is not as good as, let's say Morgan Stanley, who is 88 years old, with a market cap of $73 billion. However, they only earn $830 million, folks. That's why knowing the numbers are very important, because if you go just based on market cap, just like some people do with Bitcoin versus XRP, you kind of don't get to see the percentage of growth, and that'll be more important now and within like the next 5 years, because if XRP goes up to about $1,000, $1,050, $1,030, that's roughly a 4,000% increase from the 25 cents it was at about 2 days ago. Where Bitcoin, if it goes to 188,000, that does sound amazing by any standards, but that's about 19x on your money, about 1900%, which, once again, not bad by any standards. All right, folks, we are going to look at two more banks. This one here is going to be Discover. Discover has a market cap of roughly $26.7 billion, established in the year 1985. That puts them at roughly 34 years old, averaging about $785 million a year earned. That is, once again, folks, not bad at all. Discover offers a credit card. Actually, let's read about Discover just to hear a little bit about it. Discover IT cards, a lot of people have, but let's read. Discover Financial Services, Inc. is an American financial service company that owns and operates Discover Bank, which offers checking and savings accounts, personal loans, home equity loans, student loans, and credit cards. It also owns and operates the Discover Impulse Network and owns Diners Club International. Oh, so Diners Club, that's that other thing that I always see when I'm looking at businesses that have a list of the payment providers that they accept. That is Diners Club. It's owned by Discover. Not bad. All right, folks. Next one we're going to go over is Citizens Bank. Citizens Bank, which is almost everywhere you see a Bank of America, also inside of every Stop and Shop. They have a market cap of about $16.27 billion. The reason why I want to point this out is because you see Citizens Bank ATMs almost all around when you're around the Boston, New York area, which is very interesting. Also around Providence and stuff. They've been established since roughly 1828, when they were formerly known under High Street Bank. That puts them about 191 years old. However, it wasn't until 1871, 148 years ago, that they were recognized as Citizens Bank. And when we're cutting up the numbers as far as average earn, if you put them back when they were established in 1828 under High Street Bank, that puts them earning roughly about $85.18 million a year. And if you put them at 148 years old when they were established as Citizens Bank in 1871, that puts them earning roughly $109 million a year on average. Once again, not bad, folks. The reason why I point out this one here at 16.27, which is the last bank we're going to go over, is because if you come to look at it, folks, XRP at, at 30 cents has a $13 billion market cap, folks. XRP is the second most valuable cryptocurrency by market cap, but by all means, the strongest, most powerful cryptocurrency thus far because of use cases and utilities. They have partnerships beyond you can ever imagine, folks, which we will be diving into deep, just not in this video. This video will be just for specs and numbers. The reason why I do want to point this out is because right now XRP is at 30 cents with a market cap of $13 billion. However, folks, I do just want to jump back to 2018 in January 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. These are the numbers of what they were at. So it opened on the 4th of January at $3.12. This was before CoinMarketCap manipulated the numbers and took out the Korean numbers. Essentially, January 4th, $3.12. They hit an all-time high of $3.84, folks. That was done on January 4th, 2018. And they had a market cap of $123 billion, folks. The reason why I want to point that out is because if you come to look at that, out of all of the banks and financial institutions that we looked at, that puts them all the way in top of American Express, which has $99 billion, and just under Citigroup with $156 billion, folks. That is not bad at all. And then, folks, Bitcoin, which in December of 2017 hit their all-time high. December 17th, they hit their all-time high, folks, of $20,089, which is amazing, putting them with a $320 billion market cap. However, folks, it wasn't until the day before, December 16th, where they hit the highest market cap on record as of right now at $326.5 billion, folks. That's the reason why I like to go over these things, because when you divide the $326 billion by the 10 years of operation, that puts them earning roughly about $32 billion a year, which is higher than JP Morgan, which is at $19.94 billion, folks. That's why it's important to know your numbers, because $32 billion is definitely higher than $19 billion. And granted, JP Morgan is the #1 bank in the United States, folks, but something I do got to give credits to is HSBC, which is going to be the last thing we're going to